Good evening, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Saturday, January 3rd, 2014, around 8:06 p.m. on a snowy night in Billerica, Massachusetts. Already about a half inch on the ground. We could get 1 to as much as 2 inches before everything changed to a little bit of freezing rain and just plain rain by midnight. And tomorrow the temperatures will shoot up to close to 60. All the snow will be gone and it'd be slush. But we're going to Alberta Clipper system Tuesday night, which could drop 1 to 3 inches of snow, and it's going to be real cold on Thursday and next Saturday. Some news to report. The Duke men's basketball team beat Boston College Eagles by the score of 85-62 at Cameron Hill, and also the Carolina Panthers beat the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 21-16 to advance to the NFC divisional round. The Panthers had a losing record, but they got a home playoff game and they beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals had a fourth-string quarterback, and you're not going to win a championship for fourth-string quarterback. And I would not be surprised if next year Larry Fitzgerald plays for the New England Patriots. And one more thing before I go to my final video blog of the night. There's projections for the Baseball Hall of Fame balloting, and it's projected that Nomar Garciaparra, former Red Sox shortstop, is projected to have less than 1% of the vote, meaning he's one and done on the Hall of Fame ballot. You need at least 5% to stay on, and Nomar's not going to get the 5%. That's such a shame. He should get some Hall of Fame consideration, but he had a short career, and there were suspicions he did PEDs. And that's about it on that. I have my third and final video blog subject of the night. My third and final video blog subject is my personality profile, and my personality profile tonight is about free agent NHL goaltender Tim Thomas. Tim had a late start to his NHL career, but he's known for being the goaltender for the Boston Bruins for several seasons and leading them to the 2011 Stanley Cup Championship. Tim was born and he grew up in Flint, Michigan. He played goaltender while he was in high school, and in fact he signed a letter of intent to play goaltender for the University of Massachusetts in Lowell. But he decided to go to the University of Vermont instead, the Catamours. And he played 4 seasons with the Catamours, and he posted an 81-43-15 record with them 2 times. He was named ECAC Goaltender of the Year. 2 times he was at NCAA East Hockey All-American. And he was teammates with future NHL player Martin St. Louis. Tim was drafted by the Quebec Nordiques in the 1994 NHL draft. He was drafted 220, but he did not play for the Quebec Nordiques or Colorado Avalanche at all. When he finished his collegiate career, he played hockey in the minor leagues. He played for the ECHL, and he also played for the IHL, Independent Minor Hockey Leagues, but he did not get a sniff up at the NHL. No NHL team would give him a tryout and stuff. And for several seasons, Tim Thomas played goaltender in several European leagues. He was pretty good as a goaltender in several European leagues, but he wanted a crack at the NHL. In 2002, he got a chance to play in the NHL at the age of 28 with the Boston Bruins. He made his debut on October 19, 2002. He played 4 games with the Bruins that year during the 2002-2003 season. He compiled a 3-1 record, but he was sent down to the Baby Breeze, the Providence Bruins, where he would spend the next 2 years. When there was an NHL lockout in 2004, Tim went back to Europe to play, and at the age of 30, he had a feeling that he might have he might never get a chance to start in the NHL because of his age and stuff. But during the 2005-2006 season, Andrew Rakoff, who was the #1 goaltender for the Boston Bruins, was having an off year. And then Tim Thomas went to become the Bruins' #1 goaltender. They thought Hannon Toiv, who was a goaltender, they thought he was going to take Rakoff's place. But it was Tim Thomas, who played pretty good in goal for the Bruins 2005-2006 season, even though the Bruins didn't make the playoffs. Bruins liked that, and they signed him to a contract extension. And for the next several years, Tim Thomas was the #1 goaltender for the Boston Bruins. He won 4 times. He was 30-win seasons. 4 times he played in 4 NHL All-Star games. 2 times he was the Vezina Trophy winner in 2009 and 2011. He had a record for the best save percentage by any NHL goaltender in one season in 2011 with a 0.938 average. He was a very great goaltender, made some unbelievable saves during the regular season, and the postseason in 2009 and 2011. He made one amazing save during the conference finals against Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 5. This was an unbelievable save he made. That could have if he didn't get that save, that probably would have went in the net. And Tim Thomas had an unbelievable playoffs in 2011 that led the Bruins to win the Stanley Cup for the first time in 39 long years. And people say he's the reason the Bruins won the Stanley Cup finals against the Canucks with his awesome goaltending. And Tim Thomas had an amazing year in 2011. He kind of settled off in 2012, and the Bruins did not defend their Stanley Cup championship in 2012, getting bounced in the first round for the playoffs against the Capitals. And Tim announced that he was going to take a year off to focus on family and probably focus on making the 2014 Olympic team for the USA. But the Bruins didn't like that, so they traded his rights away in the middle of the 2012-2013 season to the New York Islanders. He didn't play for the Islanders. Then he signed with the Florida Panthers for the 2013-2014 season. He was kind of like a backup goaltender, but when the Panthers got Roberto Luongo in a trade from the Canucks, Tim Thomas was shipped to Dallas Stars, and he was a backup goaltender the rest of the year for them. And Tim Thomas has yet to sign with any NHL team for the 2014-2015 season. And at his age 40, I think his NHL career is almost over. But he had a short NHL career, but it was amazing. The determination he had trying to make the NHL at an advanced age was pretty amazing. The story he came up with, the story from starting his NHL dream in the low minor leagues and going to Europe and stuff. Those legends are made of for that. He could write a book about his journeys in the minor hockey leagues and Europe and stuff like that. His career NHL record to date is 214 wins, 145 losses, and 54 overtime and shootout losses. I don't think these are impressive stats for the Hockey Hall of Fame, and he probably doesn't have enough years to be even seriously considered for the Hockey Hall of Fame, but we'll wait and see. You never know, stranger things have happened. And that's about it on Tim Thomas, the personality profile tonight. And tomorrow I'll be doing 3 more video blogs. The first video blog I'm going to do tomorrow about a proposal about the changes to the Hall of Fame voting system, and the second video blog of the day I'm going to do about the classic television series. It takes The Thief that ran from 1968 to 1970, starring Robert Wagner. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the person I profile, the former WWE superstar, the Native American Tatanka. And next week, for the video blogs, will be the top 10 greatest Minnesota Twins players and pitchers of all time, and the top 10 greatest St. Louis Cardinals pitchers and players of all time. And only 9 more days, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, until the Royal Rumble reviews from 1988 to 2000 come to these video blogs. Good night, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. See you tomorrow, and be careful out there while driving if you're in southern New England and northern New England areas, because there's a lot of accidents. Bye now.